Good morning, y'all. Girl, it is Friday. I am so happy it's Friday. 'Cause yesterday I was giving them people a run, girl, up there in Waverly, Mississippi, girl. I was not having it. I was ready to get off because, baby, it's why y'all ain't tell me. I'm gonna wait for y'all to come up in here. When y'all come up here, I'm gonna need y'all to tap that screen, share this live, and get into the conversation. I'm like, before I really get into what the topic or whatever, um, I want to talk a little bit about my job and stuff like that. And I will say I ain't really got a lot of like complaints or anything, which bitch, I'm not the type of bitch that really just complain or whatever, but I will have my concerns and stuff like that. And um, you know, and I will speak on it and stuff like that. Um, but girl, I just you have to be blind not to see it, or purposely, willfully ignorant not to notice stuff that I'm gonna be telling y'all and stuff like that. But yeah. But I will say to start off real positive, real positive girl, that this is the best job I've worked so far. This is the best job I've worked so far because I'm really not a people's person. I'm not like I'm really like an introvert. I don't hate people. I just don't fuck with a lot of, individuals, especially if you are, you have a weird or negative energy and stuff like that. Um, and honestly, I get overstimulated. I've always been like that. I'm very quick at, I can get very overstimulated very quickly. And, me being me, I know I have to really just watch my surroundings and stuff like that because people are, I mean, I've always had this. I've always been an empath. I've always been able to read the room with people. And I really thought everybody knew how to do that. I honestly did. Like, how you don't feel this energy up in here? How you don't, like, you can't, I always thought everybody had reading the room. I think they call that clairaudience, I would think. But it's one of the clairs, one of the clairs. But yeah, I get overstimulated quickly. So, that's a plus that I don't have to work around, a lot of people. Especially when, I want to focus on my job and, not meaning that I be unfocused or anything like that. But then when it comes to me being, black and queer, um, me walking in a room is gonna make people, well, my presence, you know, walking in the room, I always catch people's eyes. I always get noticed and stuff like that. Besides my looks, it's about my presence, my energy, like that I carry with myself, and it's always been like that since it's. Sometimes I could pick up on they be asking like, because I've always been asked, "Where are you from?" and all this type of stuff, and so has my family members. So I know I walk into a room, and I turn heads. But the thing is, the majority of it be negativity because of their, homophobia, and then a lot of times it's coming from my own community and stuff like that. But I'm just telling y'all about my job, girl. My job, my little sentiments about my job. But I'm gonna get into the topic in a few. But yeah, I have been dealing with that my whole life, and I don't think that's gonna end. Especially being an empath, sometimes it's like it feel like a curse, but it's not, because can't help but to notice everything sometimes, and to hone in on that gift, because it's not a curse, it's a gift. You can find ways to turn it off. You know what I mean by, because I don't know if it's any empaths in the room. I don't know if y'all are empathetic. I don't know, girl. Let me know. Hi, what's up? Good morning, honey. Make sure y'all tap that screen and share this live. But I don't know, I don't know if y'all empaths and know what I'm talking about, because if you have experiences with that, like you walk into a room, you just sense all the energy, and you try to make sure that you're not acting out on there, because you can possibly channel too, because I'm a channeler as well. You could probably possibly be channeling their energy, and you're angry and upset, but it's not your feelings. So honing in on it, I feel for like, especially if you're an introvert and you're an empath, being alone a lot of the time is for you. That is self-care for you, so you can make sure that you're hearing your own voice, being able to be like, okay, this is not my feelings, this is somebody else's. And you got to be careful with that, because it'll be in the bitch face, feeling somebody else's energy and stuff like that. Be like, bitch, I ain't even really that upset with you. That wasn't even my feelings. So, it takes time. People be thinking they crazy. No, girl, you just, you an empath, you're a channeler. And that's your superpower. But make sure that, you find time alone somewhere in the wilderness or whatever, so you can think about your own. I don't know if y'all experienced that. I don't know. I don't know if y'all have that, but we all have several gifts, or we may have that one gift of empathy or whatever. And that's fine. This ain't all about who has the most gifts. What I'm saying is that for me, when I go on any job or whatever, wherever I be in, not even just a job, I've been experiencing this my whole life. I can walk into a room and just feel the energy. I can feel the unwelcomeness, and I turn right back around and go, because I don't have time for that. I don't go where I'm not welcome. And a lot of times I'm going around spaces where it's supposed to be about us as a people, and I can't be around my own people sometimes. So it's like, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Hey, what's up? You're one of my favorites. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the topic. It's called, it's a question too. Are you a man? Are you a woman? And stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about that, my little job. This is the best job, like I said, I've worked so far. The only contact I come, in contact with humans is when we're dropping and delivering, liquor to their stores and stuff like that. But what I've noticed is it's definitely in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, where we deliver, is that they are racist. I knew that when I saw the Confederate flags. And homophobia and transphobia is not too far off from that, because it's all rooted in, white supremacy. So I'm like, once you racist, baby, you automatically homophobic, transphobic. You bitch, you just like, again, anti-human to me. And that's unfortunate. I'm doing well. How about you? Y'all make sure y'all tap that screen and share this live. And I be very, very not irritated. Well, maybe so. I just be really disgusted when white people are racist. Be like, y'all always playing a race card, but baby, y'all live by that. Y'all definitely live by it. You seeing someone, I can never get over you seeing someone, a black person or a person of color, and that immediately makes you upset. It immediately makes you angry. Immediately makes you clutch your purse. Bitch, we should be clutching to you. Knowing y'all damn history, girl, in the state of what's going on now, like, I mean, girl, like, but that purposely trying not to be like, well, I'm colorblind, I don't see color, girl. Of course you do. It be the main ones, y'all. We know we be knowing. We be knowing the things that come out of your mouth. We be knowing exactly who you are. You counting your friends and all this type of stuff. We already know what it is. And it's like, don't be not afraid, but then if it's guilt, white guilt, then okay, deal with that. But we have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do. Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's good, boo. That's good. I'm happy you're doing good. Because if you ain't acknowledging, because my thing is, history is important, especially when it's true history, to acknowledge and acknowledge it and make sure it never happens again. Making sure that because we don't, but it's happening. it's happening, and turning a blind eye to it is a problem, because you got to see it. So you got to see how horrible it is. You got to see how horrifying it is for people, that because we're still human beings. It can't be no all lives matter. And I know when they be doing it out of spite, to spite, everything seem like everything racists do is to spite black people or people of color. Y'all know how we treated in this country. Y'all know. Ain't no way you can't. Ain't no way you can't know. Ain't no way. So not acknowledging it, being like, because baby, you acknowledging it is not even the worst thing you can do. You're not experiencing it though. You're not. So acknowledging, if you, and then you are a person, because I've been seeing over TikTok and over social media, biracial children growing up with racist parents, and seeing some black women, give birth to biracial children and be with the father, that is white, and them having prejudice ideas. And I'm like, that's why it's important to be careful with who you are having babies with, because you have to deal with that for the rest of your life. Y'all talking about 18 years. You have to deal with it for the rest of your life, being with, and then that's traumatizing for the child. Yeah, all right, Kelly, that's Kelly in the building, honey. Yes, I don't know if you're still here, but yes, but yeah, it's you got to read it. It's like, ain't no the white cherry picking, the selective bullshit, girl. Get into, if you that much of a badass, if you gonna be racist, find out why the hell you're racist. Find out what the hell your people have done and can still continue to do in this country. Go into it. So yeah, Bay St. Louis is a sundown town. I ain't even got to look that up. What I experienced, I know late at night, girl, because we be there for a long periods of time or whatever. I have been there for long periods of time, and how they act down there, it's predominantly white. And the black people that I see down there, like I've only seen probably about 3 or 4 black people in Bay St. Louis, and they gave off token black people. The coons, for lack of a better word, down there, feeling like they've been chosen. The ones that seek white validation and stuff like that, to feel like, okay, I've made it, that type of deal, and will do anything to keep that validation, even if they have to, cut, stab, or whatever, or shun they black, girl. So yeah, I've seen it going down there. We can't even really just deliver their liquor in peace. You giving people, the delivery people. That's why I feel like I know, like, customer service people should be respected more and definitely paid more. Because if it wasn't for us delivering and stuff, you wouldn't get your shit. If it wasn't for us coming up and asking you what do you want to eat or anything like that, or preparing your food and all that type of stuff, y'all be really slick at the mouth and having those feelings. Keep those feelings to yourself, because you don't ever know what they can do to your food. You never know if they don't have to deliver your shit. They could just park that damn truck somewhere and you won't get your shit. You just lost out on your coin, honey, and your product. So yeah, them down there acting away. I've experienced it. This stuff I experienced. I experienced one white queer girl, because there's differences between being white gays and black gays. She was up there, girl, in one of the damn restaurants, trying to be a goddamn parrot, mocking me like we delivering. I'm like, woo, woo. Why she said, woo, woo, are you a damn parrot? Like, move out the way so bitches can come in and deliver this shit, because you drunk as fuck. So, and continues to be drunk as fuck. You need to move out the way so we can deliver this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, I'm going to protect myself at all costs. If I have to windmill with that goddamn dolly, I am. Because you're not finna do anything. I mean, I'm good with my hands too, but bitch, I want you to be gone. Because that makes absolutely no sense. And then got the nerve to be trying to be, not trying, but being racist, being homophobic, bitch, when you are as well. and then trying to touch me, because that's what it is too. Also you are also attracted to me, but now I don't do those girls, honey. No, fetishizing us and shit like that. So now I ain't really trying to do that, but experiencing that other shit, like even with how they make awkward jokes. I know it'd be with ill intent because they look at us like that. And I deliver with another black person. He's straight though. But yeah, experiencing that down there is it's not what you sign up for. It's really not, girl. But anyway, I still would say this is the best job I have worked, because I get to be outside when it's beautiful and stuff like that. I get to walk around. I don't have to feel like I'm just placed in a box and have to deal with the exact same people every day, you know, get paid more. And, being able to feel like I'm traveling, because we might not go to the exact same place every day and stuff like that. It's dope. But besides the racism and all that type of stuff, um, the fact that I'm able to just be on the road and to get away for a while and stuff like that, I would definitely say that. But let me go ahead and get into the topic, girl. Are you a man or are you a woman? I get asked that a lot, especially on TikTok. But I definitely sometimes on here I definitely get asked that, and I already know that sometimes they're trying to be, trying to be funny and shit like that. And it'd be sad when it be grown folks doing that bullshit, like pointing and saying, "You gay, bitch? Are you an adult? Are you an adult? Y'all still doing that bullshit? That's not no. That's not no read. That's not. You're not gathering me. You're not making me feel like, bitch. I am gay. Yes. And are you? And when I'm asked that, are you a man? Are you a woman? And sometimes they be like, are you a boy? Are you a girl? But like, I'm all of it. All of them. And they don't know how to respond, because I take that as a compliment. Are you trans? Are you this and that? All of it, babe. All of it. Yes. Yes, indeed, girl. And I experience all of it. So yeah, I mean, girl, and they don't know, like they really don't know, they don't be knowing how to respond. I guess they just be so damn flabbergasted. I can't believe it, girl. Like what? Because I know why y'all doing it. You're being homophobic. You're being transphobic. All damn phobics, bitch. Then you're trying to be funny, but then I'm like, if you are coming in contact with me via social media and stuff like that, and you feel a way about me, you get immediately angry or whatever, that's a you problem. That's something you have to deal with. Stop projecting that. I have nothing to do with your feelings. You got to ask yourself, why am I upset when I'm seeing this particular person or these groups of people? Why did that make me upset? Because homophobia and transphobia and biphobia are twin sisters of racism. They are rooted in the same girl. The same system, honey. So it ain't us that's the problem. It's you. The thing is, not none of us are doing anything to you at all. We ain't doing shit. I'm just sitting up here talking, and someone will feel away. Either whether it's because of their religion, their damn Bible, or it's unnatural. Like, girl, have you ever really been? Do you even pay attention to nature? Do you even like? And that lets me know you don't. Then y'all go into policing people's autonomy. Like, we put on here to have babies, girl. We ain't no damn cattle. I am not no goddamn cow, girl. For you to be sitting up here talking about something, we supposed to be having babies and stuff like that. Going right, yeah. Police, why y'all trying to force people to have kids? You can't procreate. Some of y'all should have never procreated at all. That shouldn't even been a thought. Some of y'all should have never procreated. Like, it's like, instead of procreating, how about adopt the ones that have not been, you know, chosen? Go adopt some kids. Get them out of adoption. Y'all too focused on procreating. What about the kids that y'all gave up? What about the kids that we have to adopt? Because we actually chose them. It really is. It's more beautiful to see a step parent or someone adopt a child because they actually chose to have that instead of being, you know, loose with it or acting like, you know, you get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby, when it's so much more serious than that. It should be handled delicately, responsibly, instead of just going, you know, 2 seconds and meeting somebody just because he has pretty eyes or whatever and beautiful hair. Bitch, you want to sit up there and have a baby with him and don't even know this person first or last name, his status, and nothing, and his character. And same thing with him. Yeah, I'm gonna get her pregnant and stuff like that. And then sending the baby off for somebody else to deal with. People, y'all don't be thinking about that at all. But then so focused on policing queer people's autonomy. We don't have to have kids. A lot of us sat around and helped raise y'all. You know, so it's like, girl, get off the high horse. Y'all got thousands and thousands of babies in adoption agencies. CPS be on y'all ass about your own children. Like, y'all policing every goddamn thing. It's so much more serious than that. People, children should be with people that love them and unconditionally, gonna do right by them, and really wanted kids, and make sure that they are protected, not just when it comes to homosexuals, not just when it comes to us. Like, for real, y'all gotta stop weaponizing your children against us. We're not after your kids. We're not, for the most part. I'm just say that. For the most part, because the thing that was going on with Sydney Star, I already knew. Oh hell, here y'all finna come for the girls. Y'all finna generalize us all, and not have that same energy for the pastors. The pastor that raped this little boy and exposed the little boy to HIV, and y'all, it's just a selective outrage, y'all, and we'll blame it on a demon. And y'all got to be careful with these words. He's saying he had sex with before, like it was consensual. No, he raped. He took advantage of the little boy. But it don't be no outrage about that. You only do with us or our community, for the most part, because you are already transphobic. That just gave you more license to be transphobic because you don't believe we should exist. You already hate us and stuff like that. So you already got that gave you the yeah, y'all be discussing y'all pedophiles when y'all pedophiles are in y'all pulpits. Every Sunday you sit up there, and that's why I'm saying this religious psychosis. Y'all gotta really deconstruct from your religion, because baby, y'all sit up there and blame a damn demon for what this human did. The devil made me do it. Type bullshit. Like, oh, I'm dealing with demons, especially that pastor that had sex with that content creator. Like, I just had, dealing with my own demons, but then you will still shine us. Y'all not hearing me. I always want to say that. Y'all not hearing me. But yeah, it's like Where's the outrage for that? And no, you can still be outraged about what Sinistar did. But I'm not sure if, there's been a trial or anything like that. But just the headlines, what's going on with that. Of course, that's disgusting, filthy behavior. Should no grown person be sexualizing children at all? At all, girl. I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. It's horrible what she did, if she did that. But 2 or 3 or more or 4 or 5 things could be true at the same time. God could still be mad about that and still be mad about the pastors. The fact that Trump is a racist and a pedophile. Like, all across the board, not just because you hate a certain community, a certain group of people. No, all of it is fucked up and should be dealt with. The pastors, the presidents, school teacher, the bus driver, anyone who is a pedophile. Anyone who was a pedophile or rapist should be dealt with. When your religion comes into play, it feel like a certain people just homosexuality, because we always a scapegoat. That's a problem. Deal with the pedophiles. There's no outrage about that. Like, we were not angry enough when the Epstein files dropped at all. That really should have sent us into a revolt, honestly. Really, but it's like, what the hell is it going to take? And then they know with a certain demographic of people, that's gonna get y'all up and rolling because y'all hate trans folks so much. That's gonna get y'all to get up and running. That's why I say to myself. That's why I say to myself, because all this is performative. It needs to be so damn performative. Y'all only do stuff because y'all hate certain people. That's why I just don't deal with people. I really don't. Because when politics come into play, you got to wonder, damn, I got to cut this bitch out. I got to. Because honestly, shit, how you vote is extremely important. And that lets me know how you feel about me. We can't have different political views and be associated with each other. It's just not going to happen. Like, for me personally, in my journey, I can't even be with you if we have different, religious views at all. Because I come a certain part, the place in my life where these things are important because I want to be. I'm just say it, be like, damn, it's like equally yoked with my partner, because I love myself, and I know with certain religious views, you may be a self-hating gay, or you may be looking for straight validation, or you still that fact that will turn me off to you having this thought process of seeing your homosexuality as a sin, you as a person seeing yourself as wrong. I can't fuck with you. I can't be with another gay person or a bisexual person, a man that love me, bitch, and he hate himself because of his religion. Because I'm not going to church. We're not going to church together. I'm not going to church out of fear. I'm not going to believe in your God out of fear. Like, I'm not. That's unhealthy, having fear. But no. I'm not finna. I can't. We don't align, sweetie. And I'm not finna be every time we have sex, your ass gotta pray and shit like that because you feel filthy, you feel disgusting. That's why I can never see being with a down low man in a relationship, or what type of fucking relationship is that? You're not finna hide me, bitch. You know who I is. You know who I is, bitch. So yeah, no. Your religious views gotta match. Political views, or so on and so forth, because I'm not finna be with you, you voting against yourself and me, bitch, and then you think we both going to hell. We're not compatible, bitch. We're not. So yeah, this selective outrage about the trans, because I know y'all trans people. I know y'all be on. Y'all already want. It ain't even have to be that. Y'all been on our case. Been on our case. It ain't even take much. Not even that to have y'all in the uproar. Nah, it's all of us. I knew y'all was pedophiles. I knew y'all was fucking pedophiles. But bitch, what about your pastor? What he says about his flock, y'all denominations? Because he did the same thing. The same thing. But y'all forgive him, huh? Already. Just how y'all do with cheating. Like God gon' handle it, babe. Bitch, shit. So y'all accountability, that shit just gonna go together, girl. Christians accountability does not go together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, are you a man or are you a woman? Like I said, all of it. I embrace my masculine and feminine energy. I do that because I feel like it's beautiful. You have to have that to survive. Because like that's why I embrace all of myself. Sometimes when I'm feeling away, I know how to tap into my masculine or tap into my feminine, especially when with definitely with self care, making sure that you take care of yourself. But I definitely have to go give me a little mani pedi soon. Make sure I set that up. And just loving myself because it's important, you know. Um, about masculine and feminine traits, y'all do know this. It's not a gender. Neither one of them are genders. They are traits, characteristics, and stuff like that. And we all have it. It's on the spectrum. All of us have it. So yeah, I embrace all of it because I refuse to be in a box. And I do be seeing what the people mean about not be wanting to be labeled because they don't want to be placed in a box. They don't want to feel caged because I understand that because that's how we felt, a lot of us with religious parents or religious guardians, um, placed in a box, not feeling free, like not just being different versions of ourselves. And when you finally are able to embrace and love on yourself and be who you are, of course you don't want to be in a box. But for me, I do believe labels are important, so I know where to meet you because, bitch, if you are racist, bitch, I know how to deal with you. You're really in a motherfucking box. You're homophobic. Are you transphobic? Are you a pedophile? Y'all need to be placed in them labels. Them labels are fucking important. Those, but you know. So yeah, labels for me are important. But yeah, girl, I did want more people to get up in here and talk about it and stuff like that. But I know it's the morning and shit like that. I just want to come in here and give y'all some lit content because I know I haven't been going on live for a little while and stuff like that. But but it haven't been that goddamn long though. I haven't been that goddamn long. But shit, I did wanted to come on here, girl, and also say thank you to the people that have been subscribing to me so far and stuff like that. I've been saying it for the past few days. It's been going up. So I'm like, thank y'all for coming over here and watching my content. Thank y'all for coming in and supporting the girl, honey. I really appreciate that. I really do. Real talk, girl. But I'm also set up here waiting for everybody to pull up because I be at work. I usually be the first one here. And everybody else be taking a sweet old time coming up to work, girl. Mm. But damn, this new guy, he's an older guy. You know how I feel about older men and stuff. I ain't say elderly, but I feel older men, girl. He seemed real sweet. Girl, I met him and his dick print at the same damn time. I was like, ooh. He was just touching on it and all that type of stuff. I'm like, yes, honey. He was just asking me questions. I'm like, girl, ask the right ones. Ask the right ones. Like all this shit. Let's go ahead and handle it. So yeah, girl. He was real handsome, real handsome. had his own car and stuff like that. Possibly got his own house, or who knows, girl. But yeah, girl, I'm attracted to him, girl. I know how some of y'all be like, I don't mix business with pleasure. Shit, you might can't deal with it. Can't deal with, just working with somebody that you sleep with. Shit, as long as y'all are secure and stuff like that, you ain't really gotta worry about it. You're secure, mature, and all that type of stuff. Like some people like say mature, then ain't really nothing to worry about. Because a lot of y'all be sitting up there looking at everyone like, who you talking to? Who she talking to? And all that, and throwing you, off throwing you off track. But I can work with uh with my partner or whatever. I can. It's not too many people that I know that can. Shit. But anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and get off here. Let me go ahead and get off. Shit. All right, y'all.